What does my natural hair journey have to do with me getting into Cambridge? I'm coming to the realization that I haven't spoken much about the mental work I put in as part of this process, especially as someone who wasn't necessarily the top of the class at every stage, or someone who didn't come from the ideal background. And on reflection, it reminded me a lot of the journey I took to growing and embracing my natural hair when I was around 13 years old. I had to scour the internet for methods and techniques for preserving and moisturising my hair, and I had to learn that a journey to success for one person would not necessarily be my journey to success. In the same way, during my A-levels, I learned how to learn for myself, and not ways that seemed more traditional. I had to believe in the process, even when I was nowhere near the result that I wanted. When my hair growth seemed stagnated, or a twist out or braid out would fail, or my mini twist would look the way I wanted, or battling shrinkage in itself, sticking to the process and pushing through even when there's failures was something I had no choice but to do. I was constantly reflecting on my work and redirecting and re-strategizing to make sure that I was always going in the right direction. And delayed gratification. These processes took years. My natural hair journey is still ongoing, and the process for me getting into Cambridge took at least a year and a half. The process was difficult, and I had no idea whether I would succeed in the end. But I knew that the work I was putting in and the seeds I was sowing now would come to fruition at a later point. In the same way, moisturizing my hair daily and doing low maintenance protective styles would eventually lead to a healthier head of hair for me. So essentially I'm trying to say that whilst reading and doing all the things to get in were important, the biggest thing that helped me was the mental work and the realization that to get to this almost elevated stage of my life, I had to really reverse engineer my brain and what I thought was possible. Faith and work go hand in hand. There is no work without faith, and there is no faith without work to achieve the goals that you want to achieve.